Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Mindful Monday, a short practice with some gentle movement, breathing, and support for meditation. I'm going to start today seated, and you can join me seated on the ground, or you can start seated in a chair. You don't need a yoga mat, you don't need yoga clothes. You can practice this pretty much anywhere, anytime, even hopefully in your office space. So go ahead, get yourself seated in a comfortable position. I have a block here. You might want to sit on a block if you're seated on the ground, or you might want to roll up a towel or sit on a blanket, just so that you can sit and be comfortable. You can have your legs crossed. You can have your feet underneath you or alongside of you. If you are seated in a chair, put both feet flat on the ground so you can just have a really steady, solid connection with the ground, with the floor, even with the earth. Find a comfortable place for your hands. They can rest on your legs or in your lap, and just take a moment and sit up tall. You don't have to strain to sit up tall, but you can pay attention. You can notice if you're a little bit slouched or a lot slouched. It happens, right? So go ahead, sit up tall, find a comfortable way to sit, a comfortable place for your hands, and either set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. I like to close my eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale, filling up, and a full exhale, emptying out. Once more together, a big breath in. And a complete exhale. And keep this connection with your breath. Keep connecting with your breath. And my inhales and exhales might be longer than yours. And that's okay. You don't have to strain or push to take a long inhale. And your exhale, as you empty out, it doesn't have to be forceful. Just like sitting tall. You don't have to force or strain in any of this. We're creating a shift. You're shifting your attention from all of the stuff that's going on around you to what is happening right here, right now, inside of you. Your breath, your body. And while it does take effort and practice, be patient with yourself. You can notice if you're a little distracted, if you're a lot distracted. A big piece of the practice for me, and the way that I teach this practice, is just noticing when you're distracted. Right? That gives you the opportunity to then come back to what you are doing, what we are doing right here, right now. Still seated tall and upright. Still feeling your breath. Again, together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Just for a breath. Bring your chin to your chest. Now your left ear towards your left shoulder. Let your shoulders soften. And then let your head drop back. Not straining your neck. Now bring your left ear back towards your left shoulder. Again, checking with your shoulders so they can soften here. Bringing your chin towards your chest, a gentle lengthening through the back of your neck. Notice if your shoulders round forward, soften them down and back. Right ear towards your right shoulder. And letting your head drop back, your chin gently coming up towards the sky. Now, just making some gentle circles with your head, with your neck. Still taking your time with your breath. And then switching it. Circling your head, your neck in the other direction. Coming back to center here, tall and upright, letting the crown of your head reach up to the sky. And just checking in, noticing if your spine, your neck feels any different. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And then gently twisting over to your right, you can bring your right hand, right arm behind you. If you're on a chair, you can rest your hand on the back of the chair. Your left hand can come towards your right leg. And still tall and upright. Watch out for rounding your spine back. And you can let your head be in line with your torso. Letting this twist come through your torso in your spine. And if it works and you want to take your gaze back over your right shoulder, you can. Often when we twist like this, we bring a lot of attention to turning our head. And that's just kind of like the icing on the cake. So pay a little more attention to your spine. Stay upright. You can use your inhales for length, and as you exhale, there might be a little more room to twist in the middle of your body. And then come on back through center and take your twist to the other side. Bringing your right hand towards your left leg, your left hand can come back behind you. It's nice to have your left hand back behind you for support. It's a nice reminder to sit tall. You can soften your shoulders here, soften your face. And you might notice, does your breath feel different here? Is it a little more challenging to breathe? Where do you feel your breath in your body? And again, if you want to take your gaze over your left shoulder on this side, you can. And together, let's take a breath in. And a breath out. And come on back to center. And just notice maybe some side to side movement feels good. Coming back to your center. Maybe connecting really to what it feels like to feel centered for the first time today. Staying connected with your breath, especially when there's a lot going on around us, when there's a lot of distraction. To be able to feel centered and grounded can be really powerful, really empowering. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. For me, coming back to my breath and to my body at any point during my day, that does help me feel more centered, more steady. Now, let's take our legs out in front of us. If you're seated on any kind of a prop, just slide it out from underneath you. And if you're seated on a chair, you can still do this. Lengthen your legs out in front of you to your own degree. You can have a little bend in your knees. This is a nice option here. Whoa, that's a big spider. And I'm going to let her continue on her way. Okay. So legs extended. Go ahead and reach your hands up. And just take a breath or two. Wiggle a little bit side to side. Reach your right arm up into the left. You can use your left hand on your right wrist as a self-assist. Take a big breath in. Then a big breath out. And then come through center and reach your left arm over to the right. You can use your right hand on your left wrist for a little bit of support. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. And then come on back to center. Reach both hands high, a big inhale. And then fold forward. And just let your hands land on your legs or alongside your legs. This is where a bend in your knees is nice. That gives you space to lengthen through your legs and lengthen through your low back. And you can see I'm not folding really far forward. I haven't practiced today. I haven't stretched today. So I'm just going to take it easy. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And a big inhale. And a big exhale. Stay here a couple more breaths. And notice if as you stay, you can soften. And that's when space becomes available in our bodies and in our hearts and our minds. And the spider's pretty funny actually, because right, that's any moment in any given day. We're focused, we're grounded, we're in balance, and then all of a sudden, something pops up. It messes with us. It disturbs our zen. Right? We feel like it throws us off center. Here, come on back up to seated. And we'll finish, again, just with a few breaths. Any seated pose, what happens around us doesn't have to throw us off our center. Find a place for your hands here. Come back to sitting tall and upright. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. What happens around us doesn't have to disturb us. And if it does throw us off balance, that's why we practice in this way. So we can come back to our center. and make an intentional choice, decision about what we want to do with what's happening around us. And that's really powerful and empowering. Soften your shoulders, soften your face, your jaw. Together, let's take a breath in. Then a breath out. A deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Another big inhale. And a long exhale. And you can stay here breathing as long as you like. I'm going to wrap up. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks for joining me today for Mindful Monday. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Take as much time as you like here. And I'll see you soon.